Hello everyone, heartily welcome to you all and thank you all for joining me in another mod spotlight in Hearts of Iron 4. Today we are going to take a mod to a German mod, or which features a German victory in World War II to say the least. Link is as always down below in the description, so go sure to check that out. It's called Deutscher Krieg, alternative H, or the Deutscher Krieg, most would say, not Krieg, yeah. Okay, whatever. The mod came out 4 days ago and it got a recent update. I have to say first that this mod is not compatible yet with DLCs. This caused my game to crash at checksum. Therefore, if you want to try this mod out, then go sure to turn your DLCs off. Otherwise it won't work. Okay, so let's see. It's still a WIP, so a work in progress. There are some things we are indeed going to try. So what is this mod about? It's 1945, after the Second World War, the Deutsches Reich, okay, that's not correct grammatically, but fine, has won the war. Made the Reichsprotektorat to make a more stable Europe. And the most known Nazi leaders has control of them and is loyal to their Führer Adolf Hitler. Communism has been defeated in Europe, but are still alive in some places around the world. But I still alive. I think it means that communism is still alive. Around the world, the Americans and the Canadians has fallen back for their own good, leaving the Allies to get slaughtered and lose. This mod is, how I said, not directly compatible, but they are working on it. Last update, 27th of June, 2:28 PM. You can also feel free to join their Discord, and you can also apply to join the team if you want to help them out. There's an application form, you can fill this out, and then you can apply their team. Alright, then, well, let's get into Hearts of Iron 4, and let's begin with the spotlight of that mod. Well, what would have happened if Germany would have won? The Second World War is the major question here, but it's an alternative. Why? So not what would have most likely happened, because we know that already, kind of, because Germany had plans made and drawn out for this map, how they wanted to divide Europe up, etc. That's not the thing. The question here is, it's a different scenario. So let's see here. How I said, expansions are both turned off, death or dishonor and together for victory. And then let's get straight into the game, I'd say. And then we go play the game. It says it's out there, but it's only because I'm using some camera mods for zooming in and zooming out. You will all wind up shining the shoes of the Germans. Italo Balbo. Well, here, if you want to have some challenge, of course, then don't play as Germany. That's an opinionation. If you want to have some challenge, then go ahead and play as the UK, or perhaps as the USA, trying to liberate Europe. So, it's the 7th of May 1945, after the war. The Second World War is over. The Deutsches Reich has taken control in most of the countries in Europe. They have created the Reichsprotektorat to make a more stable Europe. It says stabil. Okay, well, now Nazi leaders has taken control in the Reichsprotektorat and is loyal to their Führer Adolf Hitler. There are following majors. There's also a Reichsprotektorat Polen. So it's the ideology is fascist and National Socialism. Nazi France is fascist. They are German puppets. Then the USA is no more modified. The UK is Germany has Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, General Staff and Dictatorship, the NSDAP. Then the Regno d'Italia is also fascist. Japan was fascist too, and then the Soviet Union, who still exists and is communist. Let's take a look to the map. Well, this is how the map looks like. So obviously Germany has, I think, the Reichsprotektorat Polen isn't really big. It actually controls only Krakow and then some areas here. So yeah, I don't know why it doesn't control Warsaw, but the Poland is certainly doomed. It's led by Bolesław Piasecki and yeah, just the fascist puppets. Then let's start spotlighting, I would say, Germany. Yeah. Well, since The DLCs don't work here. I don't have audio here about like managed subjects, so we have to take it on our own. Let's see, we are the middle of the Axis nation, and these nations are all in our faction. Brittany, Philippines, Japan, Française, Dutch, Niederlande, Belgien, Polen, Danzig, Dänemark, Legion Freies Indien, Deutsch Mittelafrika, Benelux, Norwegen, Ukraine, Montenegro, State of Croatia, Bosnien, Serbien, Greece, Böhmen, Mähren, Kaukasus, Burgund, Moskowien, Dutch East Indies, Mengukur, Manchukuo, Malaya, Slovakia, and Remedy Italia. And, well, Germany is quite OP here. I mean, let's look to the puppets we have. We have the Nation Française as a puppet, then it's so unmanageable with that model. Let's just go through. They are a puppet. SS Stadt Burgund is led by Heinrich Himmler, the SS leader, and the party is called Ordnungsstaat Burgund. Yeah. There are a puppet too. Italy is independent. Then let's see. Denmark is our puppet. Norway is our puppet. What do we else have? Of course, Poland is our puppet. Actually, Poland is our puppet. Slovakia is our puppet. And then Serbia is our puppet. Bosnia is our puppet. Croatia is our puppet. And then Albania, Montenegro is our puppet too. Then Ukraine is a German puppet. Moscovian is a German puppet as well. Moscovian. Although the puppets all do not have an army. The German army is currently 1.12 million strong at this very point. So 1.12 million. But if you get its puppet allies, for example, of Poland, the Polish army is I think quite strong too, because they kept their entire army if we put the spectator mode. Let's finish Germany first. Then we have Greece as a German puppet. Then Germany controls Egypt here as well. All of Egypt, how you see. Egypt is firmly controlled under German rule. Then Jordan as well as Palestine. Actually, it has this as a core stat. That's fairly interesting. So the German core population is 111 million. The Cairo is, for example, let's see if Cairo is also included in Germany's core population. It is, yeah, so that's fairly weird if you ask me, but okay. Now we have Deutsch Mittelafrika as a German puppet as well. Deutsche Mittelafrika, they have a custom focus tree as well, where they can create their own empire of all of the Germans. But you know, there are, since it isn't compatible with DLCs, you actually aren't able to break out of the German puppet route, so yeah, it's not that fun to play. In the current state of the mod is Deutsche Mittelafrika, I would say. But you can, of course, give it a shot. That's about Germany. Fairly OP after all. Then, as I said, the Polish army is 200,000 strong, and then Germany also, yeah, so, look to that, Böhmen Mähren still exists, led by Reinhard Heydrich. Okay, didn't hear that name. Then, let's see, we have the French nation with, I think they kept their entire army. Let's check. Yep, okay, it's got lower to half the strength, 200,000, but they also, so here's, oh, okay, I clicked on Burgund and the game crashed, so perhaps you shouldn't place that country. Well, anyways, yeah, let's take a look to the other majors, to the UK, to the USA, and to the Soviet Union, I'd say, yeah. They are left. So, fairly OP. If you want to achieve complete world domination, then you are in a certainly good position as the German Reich, that's for sure. As the Großdeutsches Reich, the Great German Empire. So this is like an alternative of what could have happened if Germany won the World War. The Second World War. Perhaps tell me if you like it. Go to the drop a comment below. I'd be glad to hear your opinion. Then let's get going with the game after the war, and let's see how Italy is. Well, Italy is also greatly strengthened. They control, well, French Algiers. Also Spain controls more states, for example, here. They control all of Morocco and also parts of France there, so that's fairly interesting. let's get to the game as the Italian kingdom. Also, yeah, oh, I forgot to say, Germany also controls Aden and Abu Dhabi. And also Kuwait, so they just basically stole away all of the British colonies. And then we have the Legion Freies Indien. They aren't so free though, because they are a puppet of Germany. Isn't it funny? They are called Free India, but they are a puppet of Germany. So yeah, but obviously, puppet of Germany. If you check the map of the axis, just insanely huge. The axis controls nearly all of Africa, most of the Pacific, most of the Caribbean, India, most of here the Middle East, plus most of Europe. I just see that the Reichskommissariat Ostland isn't actually a puppet of Germany, so you could place that if you want. But let's take and see here. Italian core population is quite low with 45 million, so nothing changed there. Although they have more industries secured. So what would be interesting to see in this mod, I would say, would be like a split, like a we had this, you know, Stalin split, then Italian, then the Mussolini-Arrow split, the Mussolini-Hitler split, I'd call it, yeah, Mussolini-Hitler split, where just Italy and her dominions and allies would just split away from the Axis and create their own faction and possibly even rival Germany. This would have been really, really nice to see, if you ask me, like something like that happening. So the game would actually get quite interesting there. And then also a suggestion would be like the Balkan nations being actually a part of Italy, joining them. But yeah, that's only an idea. Then yeah, I'm not gonna go through the German powers because the game will crash. Then most likely, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, it's not what I want to do. I want to click on the Soviet Union. So the army is quite strong with 2 million. So if they declare war to the Germans, they have a good chance of actually winning it, since they can just, I think, capture these states, which are actually what isn't a core. These states are not a core state of the Soviet Union. Well, this is quite sad, since the Soviet Union doesn't have these states as a core state. So the Soviet core population is quite low with 63 million. So the Soviet Union is kind of doomed, if you ask me at that point. Yeah, it's kind of doomed. You can go ahead if you want some challenge, go ahead, play as the Soviet Union and try to liberate Europe. But this will be hard because you will also fight Italy plus Germany and her puppets. So this will be fairly challenging. Then Japan is in war with China, so the things aren't so smooth there. Japan didn't help the Chinese. Well, I think they have a good chance of winning the war actually against the Japanese. Let's see how that turns out. Japan also controls Vladivostok here, and they have 87 factories. Well, the Dutch East Indies, they are probably just a puppets. Then we have, besides the Axis, we have the Chinese United Front as a faction and the Comintern. But the Comintern is only, well, Mongolia and Tannu and the Soviet Union, and is severely weakened. Soviet Union exists. Yeah, they are just insanely weakened, so yeah. Germany succeeded, sadly, in the Великая Отечественная война. Now we have Spain with just some more stats. Now we have the United Kingdom with their 79 factories, but their navy is 216,000 strong. While the German navy is inferior to the British, the Germans have a far superior industry, so they will be able to outnumber the British in industry. Plus, the allies are only consisting of Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. And Britain actually doesn't have any puppets or like that. Yeah, Britain doesn't have any puppets or dominions or colonies. So, if you want to challenge, go ahead and try to liberate Europe from the fascist grasp as the UK. Or you can also go ahead, let's take a look to Canada. They have, well, 25 factories because they got also Labrador and Newfoundland. But because the DLC doesn't work in this mod, so the Canadian focus tree is fairly boring, to say the least. Well, then we have the US with 177 factories, so I think the US would be the perfect choice if you would join the Allies. You could stand a chance, I think, but it would be really hard. The Soviet Union would have to declare war on the Axis as well, so they are caught in a multiple theaters war in order to succeed. But I don't think that this will happen. So liberating Europe from Axis grasp will be really hard, unless you place the USA. It will still be challenging then, but my idea would be that you could simply build some nukes, get the nuclear research going first, and then nuke the hell out of Germany. You know what? Because you can lower the unity to all the way up to 10%. You only have to navally invade, for example, Hamburg, I think, or maybe Hamburg, and then they would surrender, if you ask me. So that's would certainly work, but it will be problematic because they have so many victory points. But that's actually worth a try to, yeah, do that, as you say. This would actually be a nice episode, don't you think? Trying to liberate Europe from the fascist grasp as the United States of America, together with the British side by side, fighting the fascist Netherlands across the whole world. Plus, Japan will come least because they're also a part of the Axis, so things will be really hard for the Allies. But a hard victory will be just victory. Okay, well that's about the USA. Then, which majors do we have uncovered? Actually none, we covered all. Hungary isn't a part of the German Reich yet, but they're also fascist. So yeah, things are fairly interesting. We have, let's see, 14 minutes left. So, as what nation could I play possibly? Let's, I could play as Germany. Let's play as Germany, why not? To see how far we come. Alright, so let's see, our leader is of course Adolf Hitler. He has a new picture now, so a new face we can see. And for what should I go for? Alliance with the USSR, no need. Second Vienna Award, not sure, let's go for naval rearmament. Let's try to actually invade the United Kingdom within this episode. I'm just gonna build many naval dockyards across our country, but I don't think I can build that many enough within this episode, so yeah. Let's maximize out East Prussia and also Pomerania in terms of infrastructure, and also Pommern. Okay, then let's get just some basic research going, because it's 1945, let's also get atomic research going and improve our industry. I cannot. Okay, that's weird. Okay, research doesn't work. That's weird. So the game... Oh, the game just crashed. Okay, that's makes more sense. I know. Okay, well, let's see. This is still a fairly much in the early stages, but we got a review of it, and I can't explain the reason why my game crashed. And let's see here, I'm just gonna turn off, please excuse me for the crash, just turn off the enhanced, where is it, national focuses. Okay, I even don't have that, so, okay. Well, then I have to say that this mod is currently unplayable because I don't see a mod which should collide with it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my spotlight. I will take a look to this mod again when it's actually playable and when it doesn't crash. I can try it once more. But thank you all for watching. Go sure to like and subscribe. If you like the mod, if you can get the mod playing, then let me know with your game. I'm going to give one more shot. I don't think it's gonna work. Therefore, go sure to check out my other content as well. It should just get to the screen right now. And also, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's see, let's pick the US this time. And then yeah, well, this mod is a great idea, but it's still too early to be playable. Especially, it doesn't contain any focuses and there's not any events. Yeah, okay, the game crashes. Anyways, thank you for watching me, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye and have a nice day.